So, guys, I don't know if I can hear me or not, but I haven't been live on here in a minute. Hey, man, how you doing? Um, sorry, I haven't been here in a minute, man. I'm just trying to get used to being live again. I just want to come on here, honestly, to just say, see if anybody's even on here anymore. I just want to say hi. How's everybody doing? Um, but yeah, how's everybody been on here? Well, thank you. Thank you for being on here. I appreciate you. How's everything going? Are you in radiology school or you're a tech? Sorry for asking. I just can't see because your name's a little small. Oh, okay, that's what's up. What state again? You mind me asking? Okay. Are you in South Florida where I'm from, or you're a little North Florida or Central? Tampa area? Okay, that's what's up. Um, how's your experience so far? Yeah, man, I'm from Florida, man. I live like you could say South Florida. Um, but yeah, so I don't know if you've been watching my videos lately or not, but I've been doing traveling as well. So I've been doing like local traveling, which is cool because I never knew this. I've been in tech for like I don't know, 12 years, 13 years. I kind of forget to be honest because you're in it for so long that I wanted to start making better money, man. I have a lot of experience and stuff. So I was like, you know what, let me look into travel, travel tech. And I've been doing it going on 2 months now, and you only have to drive 50 miles from your home address. So 50 miles from your home is probably like less than an hour, so you can go home, you can go to a job every day, come home every day, and you still get your travel money, which is super cool. One day whenever you get done with school and stuff, decide to travel, man. It's good money, dude. Very good money. So it's kind of cool, man. To be honest, I wish I would have did this a long time ago, man. But at the end of the day, man, you kind of live and you learn, and you just got to kind of go with the flow. Yeah, man. If you mind me asking, what school do you go to? Um, because usually the state schools are the best. When you go to like a state college. I know in the Tampa area, they have private colleges, maybe like Kaiser University, things like that. And those schools are a little bit harder, because it's so fast paced and there's so much information they throw at students at once that can be overwhelming. Oh, so now I see what you mean whenever you say Kaiser, bro, because Kaiser's it's a tough school, man. It gets you where you want to be in 16 months, but it's a very hard school. And that's why I tell guys, man, be very careful when you pick a college, man, whether it's private or state. Because Kaiser, we get a lot of students in my hospital, man, and Kaiser is a tough school, man. I think you usually start off with like 20, maybe 20 some students, and in the end, you probably end up with like less than 15 because it's a pretty tough program. Yeah, so Kaiser's pretty tough, man. Again, I don't got nothing against any school. I went to a private school for radiology, and never again, never again will I go to a private school for anything, bro. It's way too stressful, way too expensive. Unless you're in the military, if you're in the military and you go to Kaiser, then it's worth it because you don't pay for it, but it's still hard. You were a baby. 18 years old, bro, you're young. But look, man, this is one thing, right? If you're gonna go to a private school, it's good that you did it young. Get it out the way. Yes, it's expensive, and no, I don't recommend that. But you're so young that when you're done, you're gonna be maybe 20. maybe 21 years old the most. Whenever you get done with school, you get your 6 months to a year of experience at a hospital, and you go travel, man. You go travel, and in a year, if you want to, in a year you could pay off your student loans. That's how much you can make traveling. So it's never over. It's not a bad idea to get educated. Like I said, I have nothing against Kaiser. I think Kaiser's a good school, but it's just an expensive school. And that's honestly about it. Yo, what's up, Josie? Um, well, that's dope, man. I mean, 2026, that's still a year and a half away. Yeah, like 2 years, a year and a half. So right now, if you haven't done it yet, get your prereqs out the way, man. Your anatomy one, anatomy two with lab. Sometimes they want college algebra, statistics. Sometimes they want chemistry. Luckily I have to take that. But try to get all your prereqs out the way, man, and try to get into it. I think what helps a lot of students get into the program a lot that they don't really kind of like think of, which I didn't think of either. But working at a hospital, man, work at a hospital, and even if it's like an ER registration, even if it's just a outpatient registration, we get a lot of transporters that work in hospitals that transport patients back and forth. I would recommend that, but I wouldn't recommend that, man, because transportation position is a very, very hard job. It's hard on your body. You have to push these big old beds that are heavy, and as much as we appreciate them, man, to have a transporter, I'm very grateful to have one. I do not recommend that, bro, because it's such a very hard job on your body, man. But try to get a little bit of medical experience in there. So any hospital job would possibly do, to be honest, just to kind of get your feet wet. Yo, Mr. Amsterdam, what's going on, dude? Good, man. Just here hanging out. Decided to come on here live. I haven't dropped a video in so long. Because I was telling these guys, man, that I started traveling, so I really don't have time to sit here and make videos like I want to. I got so much content I would love to drop. I just don't have the time, man. So I was like, man, you know what? Let me go live, see if anybody even comes on here. So it's kind of like, kind of like a spare the moment thing. Yeah, Josie, man, that's awesome, bro. Some people honestly are just gifted. They're gifted with that math part of the brain. When you had that college algebra, chemistry, physics. I never had that, bro. To be honest, and that's probably one of my weaknesses. It's probably my weakness is the physics part. Anatomy, patient care, all that other stuff, man. It's kind of like you understand it, you study, you get it. But the math, physics part, I really barely passed it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I worked hard, man, and I passed it, but it definitely wasn't easy for me. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, yeah, man. Tara, bro. Yeah, just do your thing, man. I mean, all you can do is you're already in the program, like I try to drop like little shorts and stuff. Be like, look, man, it takes sacrifice. It takes tears. It takes frustration. It takes a lot, man, to get to a program, bro. It doesn't matter if it's nursing, radiology, any program you get through, man. It's one of those things, man, that a lot of people don't understand until you're there. And when you're there, man, you have that much higher respect for the person that's already there because you know that it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of like you should show that respect to be like, hey man, I condone what you're going through, man, because I'm in school now and that is not easy. I don't know how you did it, blah blah, man. So give roses where they're due, man. You know what I'm saying? Because as you can tell, bro, this is not an easy program, but it's very doable. You know what I'm saying? If I can do it, bro, anybody can do it. Like I said in my past videos, man, I was always that C student, bro. You know what I'm saying? Graduated through high school with C's. College with C's. Got my bachelor's with C's. I went to barber school and I got my Florida State barber license and I barely passed it. But end of the day, man, I've always been a trier, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've always gave it my all once I, stayed focused on whatever my, goal was. I just stayed focused and I did it. But everybody's built different, man. Everybody's not built the same. But you're already there, man. So just toughen it. I was gonna cuss, right? My bad. Toughen it out, man, and you got it. Amsterdam, bro. I think that travel isn't going anywhere, to be honest. Um, I've only been traveling for 2 months, and just traveling what I'm doing now, man, there's so many positions open because when you travel, you're doing positions that nobody wants to pick up full time. So you're talking about weekends, you're talking about Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're talking about overnight. The next one I'm picking up is Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, weekends off. I can't do overnight, bro, until over that. But I think that regardless of overtime or not, 90% of the time when you do travel, you really don't get overtime because of the fact that the hospital don't want to pay you overtime because you're already making so much more money than a regular tech. So they're gonna be like, no, we're not gonna give you overtime. You crazy? You're gonna, freaking break us out. But no, like I don't think that really matters to be honest, man. I think travel is gonna be here to stay because now that people understand how much they're worth and how much they're valued and how much more they can make, they just traveling is always gonna be there from now on, whether it's overtime, taxes or not. It's funny you said that, Tara, bro, because a lot of people you'll see some people that are really, really book smart and they're good at physics and they're good at, everything in school they're good at, right? But when it comes to comps and you really having hands on, a lot of people you'll see that sometimes it doesn't really, kind of like match. So me, I'm really good hands on. I'm really good at comping. Well, I've been a tech for so long, but even when I was in school, I was good at comps. I didn't care. I was like, man, I'm gonna get my chest X-ray, my hand, my wrist, my whatever. Like I studied for the anatomy. Like I was really good hands-on. But when it came to schoolwork, I barely passed it, man, just like this, bro. But yeah, everybody's different, man. And to me, of course, I'd be like, oh, comps are easy, but I'm a tech and I do it on a daily basis. But you'll see that as yourself, some students are a little harder to get comps. And the reason is, bro, is not the fact that you're not smart enough. It's not the fact that you don't know what you're doing. It's the fact that I feel like some people get nervous because you get some CIs, bro, that are tough, man. Some CIs that are super tough, and they want to make it hard for a student, and I have no idea why they want to make it so hard. We as techs have been students before, and a lot of techs I believe forget that, and they're trying to like I think they're trying to mold like this perfect student, and that is not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You get better as a tech as you work and as you get along. You're gonna learn so much more when you become a tech on your own the very first 6 months to a year than you ever did as a student because of the fact that you don't have that stress of going to school, getting homework done, going to clinicals, being yelled at by a clinical instructor, trying to, get your comps, and I don't have enough comps for this time, or I can't move on to the next class because I need to get all these comps. Like it's stressful, man. Like school is stressful, bro. Like you have no idea how many times I cried, how many times I don't care. I did. I cried, bro. I'm human. How many times I broke down, how many, flashcards I had. Bro, it's a tough program, man. But at the end of the day, like I said, bro, you're already in there. So just get it done and you're gonna get it done because you're not gonna let yourself fail, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's at the end of the day, bro, that's what it takes. Not letting yourself fail. And you will, you won't let yourself fail. Yo, Josie, man, thank you so much, dude. Thank you for that comment, bro. You have no idea. It's a funny story. First of all, I want to say thank you, man. That really touches my heart, man, because I really do this. I really do these videos, bro, to help you guys. And I don't help you position. I don't help you do physics. I don't help you do. I just want to help you make the best decision for you, man. Because if you're gonna go to school for whatever you're gonna go for, I at least want you to know that, hey, man, I had a little bit of information. I kind of know what I'm gonna get myself into. It's a good career. It's not a good career. Like I'm here to help you, guide you to make the best decision for that. Later on, I probably will make some comp videos and stuff. I've done some, but not many. But that's I'm generally doing this, man, from my heart. Like I don't even have to do this, Like I really like helping people. I can be like, oh, I'm already a CT tech. I'm an RT. I got my bachelor's. I don't need to help people. Like I don't care. But that's just not in my nature, man. I love helping people, and I love hearing stories like yourself. You have no idea, man. The very first assignment I took in Florida, South Florida. I had like 3 or 4 people that come to me like, "Oh, you make YouTube videos? Hey, man, you helped me get into X-ray school, bro. You helped me the step by step." And that to me, bro, like I was like, "Oh man, this is super cool." That I'm actually meeting people that watch my videos and they're actually X-ray techs now. So to me, man, that's super cool, man. So Josie, man, thank you so much for that comment, dude. That honestly means a lot, man, for real. K, Tesla MRI or pulse radiology. I haven't heard of Tesla MRI, but I've heard of pulse radiology. I think pulse radiology, if I'm not mistaken, is in California. And the only reason I know about it is because people leave comments on here. And again, I think it's a private school. Now, sometimes California or some states only have private schools, and because some state colleges don't carry radiology. But as long as you look into the program, right, and they are JSTRD accredited, once you go to the program, you guarantee to sit for AART. That's the important part. When you pick a school, make sure that they're eligible to take the ARRT exam. Because if you go to a school and they're not accredited, that means you go to school for 2 years, and at the end of the day, if they're not JSTRD accredited and you can't take the AART board, then you're stuck. Like you go to school for nothing. And I didn't know that. So when I went to a private school for radiology, we're the first radiology tech program there. So we're like the guinea pigs. And when I got done 2 years later, I did not know what the hell JSTRD was. I didn't know what ART was. I was just going to get educated. You know what I'm saying? I was already like 27. I was like, I need to do something with my life, right? So I went to this private school not knowing anything. And by the grace of God, man, like we got JSTRD accredited like 2 months after I graduated. So I even took my registry late. So that's very, very important, man. Make sure that that private school is JSTRD accredited and they can sit for the ART boards, man. That's very, very important. Again, nothing against private schools. It's just you got to do your research, man. If you can afford it, then go for it and do your thing. Trevor going to join the Air Force for diagnostic imaging. Any job? You know what, man? Thank you for your service, man. Thank you for joining the military. We need people like you. And hey, man, I condone you. Without you guys, man, we're not free in this country, man. So thank you for your service. And the end of the day, man, is just one of those things that even though you're in the military and you're gonna go for radiology, in the military, because I had military techs that I know, it's basically all hands on. You're gonna learn how to I think you go through school, but you're gonna learn, you don't have to take no boards. But when you get out of the military, say you only serve 4 years or 8 years or 12 years and you don't retire, even if you do retire in the military and you want to go become a say an X-ray tech in the civilian world, you still have to sit for your ART boards. So just keep that in mind. That's the only thing I could really tell you. But you'll have good training, man. You'll be hands on all day with the best equipment in the world, bro. Because what y'all see, we probably won't ever see. Yeah, okay. Anytime, man. Anytime you need any questions, bro, don't hesitate to ask questions. And since y'all here, bro, go. I have a TikTok, same name, the X-Ray Zone. If you're on here, y'all listening to me, go follow me, man. Go follow me. Go show me some love and support. I try to drop videos on there. It's just so much harder to grow on TikTok for some reason because I feel like people they want like little 1 minute videos, and I can't be like a 1 minute video person. They just kind of like they like meme videos and meme things like that, and that's just not me at the moment. I'm trying to get better at TikTok, but on here on YouTube, I can honestly like be myself and kind of talk to you guys more, and people really like sit down and listen. When you go to TikTok, if you're not being funny or you're not doing something like that, bro, they won't follow you, man. They'll be like, next, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of heartbreaking sometimes because I'm really trying to give you real life information. But at the end of the day, man, that's how just some things are, man. And then I'm just grateful to be on YouTube and trying to help people. But yeah, man, go on TikTok, bro, the X-Ray Zone. Go follow your boy, and I'll try to drop more videos on there too, man. Thank you, Josie, man. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you for real. I can't really see your name. I think it's uh I don't know, but the name ends at 9-6, right? So that's a very, very good question about, if you get your say you get your prereqs at a community college, right, or your state college, and you try to get into the program, and they're like, you know what, we're full. That's the only time I would tell you to go to a private college so you can get accepted right away. And the reason I tell you that is because I always tell people don't go to a private college right away, because especially if you don't, not right away, but especially if you don't have no prereqs. Because, for instance, right, we're talking about Kaiser. So if you're in Kaiser University in Florida and you go straight to Kaiser University with no credits, you're looking at $70,000 for 2 years. 70,000. When are you ever going to pay $70,000 in student loans? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, it's possible, but it's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to a state college and you get all your prerequisites done, you go to Kaiser University, 16 months, your school, instead of being 70,000, it could potentially cut back to 30, maybe 35,000. At that, it's a little doable. You're like, you know what? It's still way more than what I would like to pay for, but it's still way less than 70,000, right? This is what people don't know about private schools. If you go to a private school with no kind of credits, right, and you just go to Kaiser, no credits, nothing, right, and you get everything from Kaiser University, just because you have a bachelor's or an associate's in radiology doesn't mean that those credits transfer to a state college. So, for instance, if I went to Kaiser, right, and I was like, you know what, I did everything at Kaiser. I got my bachelor's I got my radiology tech, my AS degree in radiology. I want to get my bachelor's, but I don't want to go to Kaiser because it's too expensive. So I want to go to Gainesville Community College, right, in Gainesville, Florida. The state college is gonna be like, no, we don't accept your private schools because they don't go by the standards of the state. So basically, the state classes are they hold a higher ground or a higher elevation than a private school, because anybody that has money or wants to pay that kind of money is accepted into a private school. So those credits aren't as valued as a state college. When you go to state college, those colleges, they don't play around, bro. You know what I'm saying? You go to college and you go to school, and they're gonna be like, look, this is your class. If you want to come to class, come to class. If you want to come to class, then don't come to class. It's up to you. We're not gonna babysit you, basically, right? So basically, they only choose and they only got the best of the best students because it's a state college. Is run by is basically by the state, by the government, I guess you can say. So their credits are always gonna be worth more than a private school. Um, so anything you do at a Kaiser University, you cannot transfer that to anything else. But when you go to a community college first, transfer to go to Kaiser just to get your prerequisite, like say you get your main course like radiology, you already got your prereqs from a state college, so you can get your bachelor's from a state college. You only got Kaiser for the radiology program itself only. You know what I mean? So I know it's a little confusing, but basically you can't transfer private to a state. You can always transfer state to a private. Hopefully that made sense. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but it is a little confusing. But sorry if I messed y'all up, but I'll try to explain a little bit better as I go. Um, Hey, K. Oh, absolutely. 100K a year. I'm not saying it's easy money, but you definitely can. So let's put it in perspective, right? So if you make 32,000, say 32 dollars an hour, right? In radiology in Florida, that's kind of the average, to be honest. Like, radiology techs don't get paid too much. That's why a lot of people travel. So just for instance, if you make $32 an hour, 36, and usually X-ray techs works 312s, right? So that's 36 hours. So 32 times 36, I think throughout the year is like 50K. 50K. So now you have 4 days left out of your week, right? So out of those 4 days, you could either pick up a PRN job at another job, or you can get another full-time job and have another 312s, so that you're working 6 days a week, but now you're bringing home 105,000 a year. So yeah, you absolutely can make 100,000 a year with no problem, especially if you travel. If you travel, man, I can even tell you the math. Like, the cool thing about traveling is that we get paid weekly. Every Friday we get paid, and the government can only tax you on a certain amount. So, for instance, for example, if you make $1,000 a week, $800 of that is your stipend money, your food money, your lodging money, gas money, whatever you want to say. And the other $200 are taxable, so they can only tax you on 200 bucks. So you're keeping 90% of your money that you make a week because the government can only tax you on so little, right? So if you're making so much money a week, can you imagine how much you can make in 11 months? And to perspective, you can probably make 140, 130, sometimes more, because every assignment pays differently. You have assignments. So I live in Florida. So in Marathon, which is close to the Keys, they actually have an assignment right now paying 3,300 bucks a week. 3,300 bucks a week. It's crazy money. No job regular will ever pay you $3,000 a week. Not even if you're a director of radiology. And why do people want to be directors now if there's so much money to be made in traveling? And don't get me wrong, I have respect for everybody chain of command in my department. It's not about that. But if you're in it to make money, traveling is honestly the only way to go. But yeah, you can definitely make 100K. No cap. No cap, as they say. Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many the cool thing about radiology too, man, is so many modalities you can get into. The only thing that's I'm gonna say it sucks, but it does suck, is that your foundation is X-ray, right? RT. That's your foundation. Now, if you want to like move up, say you want to do CT, MRI, ultrasound, PACS administration, yes, you can get into it, but the thing that's so hard about it is that you have to take a registry. And again, as I said time and time on here before, I'm not a good test taker. I'm not the smartest guys out there. So that's always hard, man, because you throw your whole 2 years into a program, and then you're like, man, I want to do CAT scan, I want to do MRI. So you got to go back to school for MRI or back to school for CAT scan or cross train at work, but you still have to take a registry. And you're like, oh man, another registry. That's the only thing that makes it hard, to be honest, man, is that these modalities come with registries. And that's kind of like the downfall, in my opinion, of our department, is that, of our profession, is that everything comes with registries and everything costs money and so on and so on. But MRI and CT are the two most sought out after modalities. Oh, it's okay. You don't have to have TikTok on your phone. But thank you for the thought, though. I appreciate that. Amsterdam, that honestly depends, bro, on your facility. It depends if you were a student at that facility. It depends if you were a good student, if you caught things on quick, if you comped quick, if you were listen, this is why it's so important when you're a student and you go to clinical sites. This is why it's so important to be on time, respect everybody, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, whatever it takes, you know what I'm saying, whatever it takes for you to get good with that facility, you have to do, because you have to understand that whenever you're in a clinical site, even though you might not like your clinical coordinator, you might not like some of the tests, because some of the tests can be tough, man, I ain't gonna lie, and you might not get along, whatever. You have to understand that this is your job interview for as long as you're at the clinical site. So you better go in the morning. Word of advice: go in the morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Check the linen. Oh, do we need linen? Oh, if I'm in CT rotating, do we need like syringes? Do we need contrast? Does the floor need sweeping? Little minor details like that is what's gonna put you above another student, because it'll be like, you know what, man, he was really attentive or she was really attentive. They came in and make sure the linen was right. They have if the linen had to be changed, the trash had to be changed. I know you're not janitors, but at the end of the day, that is your work area and that is your workspace. So you have to treat your workspace as if it's your home. You know what I'm saying? You want every time I go to work, man. You ain't gotta be like me, but every time I go to work, I scope it out. If the trash needs to be picked up, I pick up the trash. I, fill up our whatever we need to be filled up. I throw away the trash. I sweep up the floor. I wipe down the gantry. Anything that takes from my work area to look nice and neat, I do. Because at the end of the day, man, you're gonna be working there. You want to be neat. You want to be nice, especially when patients go in there. You don't have to be like, oh man, you're gonna see a patient and they're gonna see things on the floor and be like, man, what kind of place are they running here? Why are they so disgusting? You know what I'm saying? So that's things to keep in mind, man. And the more you understand that, when you get done, they're gonna be like, hey man, he was a good tech. He understood right, or he did good. Now he's asking about CT. Let's cross train him. You know what I'm saying? Let's cross train him in CT. Let's cross train MRI because we know what we're getting because he was a good student. So if you were a good student like that, I would say right away, be like, hey man, are they gonna hire me? Can I please cross train the CT or can I please cross train MRI? If you're a good student, 99% of the time they will let you cross train. So just FYI. No problem, 96. I'm sorry I can't read your name. I apologize, but I'm here to help and I'm here to give you information. Oh, hi Yolanda. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you for your time being on here. I really appreciate you. Everybody on here, man. Everybody that comes to my channel and subscribes, like, dude, that means a lot to me. Again, like I said, I haven't had a chance to drop videos because I've been, busy traveling. I got a family too, so I go to work, come home, spend time with my family. Got to do it again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I can come live on here and just have a good time with you guys and answer questions, I would love to do that. So I'll try to do this, maybe at least once, maybe twice a week. I think it's fun. I like this, man. I like helping you guys. I like getting to know you guys a little better. Um, Amsterdam, man. My pleasure, man. Anytime I can help you guys, I'm here. Um, and whoever's on here and you haven't heard it earlier, if you can go on TikTok, same name, the X-Ray Zone. Go follow your boy, man. I try to drop videos on there as I can, and just try to help you guys, man, and just have a good time here. I hope I answered everybody's question on here. I know it was a lot, and it's a lot of information at once, but I'm here to help. I'm here to be here for you guys. So, but it's fun, man. You know, I think that's my passion, man, just to help people. Hey, man, ask away, bro. What's up? um, Actually, that's a really good question. That's a very good question. If you're in a busy hospital as an X-ray tech, I would say 6 months, no more than a year. But if you're gonna travel and you're gonna travel as an X-ray tech, make sure that you're good in the OR. Everybody hates the OR. I don't know, and I know why, man. Because surgeons are tough, man. Some surgeons are tough. They make it hard on you. They go in there, you're already like kind of nervous or whatever. I was like that too. Don't get me wrong. But if you get really good in the OR, you can travel anywhere because X-rays are X-rays. You're gonna do X-rays. X-rays aren't gonna be a problem. It's your OR skills. You do good in OR, man. You can travel anywhere because even seasoned techs hate to go to the OR. And if you work in a hospital, right, and you ask X-ray tech that works overnight, why do you work overnight? They're gonna be like, I hate fluoro and I hate OR, and that's why they work overnight because they don't have to worry about that. So if you can get good in the OR, you can work anywhere. I've been here 33 minutes. Okay. But yeah, man, any more questions, man? Let me know. I don't know how much longer I'll be on here, but again, leave comments on my videos. Let me know what you want me to talk about or what video you want me to make. And as soon as I can drop it, I will. And that's it, man. But traveling's been fun. Traveling's been fun, man. You know what's cool about traveling is that when you work at your full-time job, right? You know that you have to go by the policy. Not that you don't have to do that for traveling, but when you go to, you already know that okay, there's this person that is like this. This person's kind of like, mean and makes the job department a little hard. This person, she's cool or he's cool, you know. But when you become a traveler, all that doesn't even matter because you go in and you're like, you know what, I'm only here for 3 months. I'm gonna do my job. If they want to extend me, good. If they don't, they don't. Okay. And I think that's the best thing about being a traveler is the peace of mind that you're not there full time. You know what I mean? And I think that's probably the best thing, man, because you have no stress about, oh, I gotta work with this person for the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, your shoulders are just weightless, bro. Like it's just so much fun. Oh, Miss Amy, that's your teacher? Dude, if it's the same as Amy that I know, she's the one I used to work with in Naples. And I think she lives in Orlando now, and I think she lived in Orlando. She was a travel tech, and she used to travel on weekends in Naples, and now she's. If that's the Amy dude, oh my god, tell her she was so sweet, so nice. That is super cool, man. Yeah, I'm talking about she's super nice, man. Super cool lady. Oh, that's awesome, bro. Again, tell her I said hi and tell her that she's an awesome teacher. She was super nice, man. Super nice lady. Um, One thing before I leave that I want to tell you guys, once you start school and wherever you work, do not burn bridges because the radiology department, as you can tell, is very, very small and you just never know who you're going to come across paths with. So anywhere you are, whether you're a student, whether you're a tech, always keep a professional attitude. Treat everybody with kindness and everybody with respect because you just never know when you're gonna need that person or when you cross paths with that person again. Okay, so just keep that in mind, guys. But um, but all right, man. If y'all done with the questions, man, it was nice to be on here today. I was on here for 37 minutes. I didn't even feel like that. You know what I'm saying? But I had a lot of fun with you guys, and whoever stopped by here, I appreciate you, man. And if you haven't already, man, go subscribe to your boy. Anyway, guys, you have a blessed night. Thanks so much for coming by again, man. And we'll try to do this again once or twice a week, and just have some fun and answer some questions. All right, guys. Again, you have a blessed day. See y'all next time.